Mom, Dad, I'm a asexual. Recently started estrogen, can I get some scoots in chat? Hosting. Wicked. Been loving my time here. Hope everyone is doing well. Hassle. 5 months, can I get a kiss from the chat? Arjan? Pogo? Months here, stimmies soon. Pog. Pog champ. Love you, chat hassle. No RP, pouting face, only politics, pouting face, 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 no RP. Minecraft win. Also love you, Arjan. Arjan? Pogo 90 when? It got me a date. Five fucking months, boys. I hope you are all taking care of yourself and hydrated. Thanks for the himbo takes, Arjan. Sending you out soon. Love you all. Wicked in the chat. Chat looking kinda thick. Happy 6 months, socialist daddy. Love your content, ass. Hey Chad, okay, back to work, Sag. Hey Chad, thank you. Me 3 month Andy happy. Love the channel. Hey Chad, what should I name my son? It's been 3 months already. Thanks Ajan for curing my brain rot. Has pause.
What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, afternoon, pre-noon, no matter where you are in the world. I'm Hassan Piker, and this is the Hasanabi broadcast coming to you live from sunny California, Los Angeles. Folks, we are live and alive. I hope all the boys, girls, and MBs are having a fantastic day. It is... Fuck. It is Tuesday, February 23rd, 2021, 11:12 a.m. and I'm early, actually. I mean, I'm earlier than I usually would be, and part of the reason why I'm earlier than usually is because I rushed back from the gym earlier this morning. I took a shower and I was like, you know what? I don't want to wait. I don't want to keep the daycare kids waiting. I said to myself, Hassan, you're not gonna keep the kids in the daycare waiting. You're not gonna do that this morning. You're gonna work out. You're gonna get all your news. Okay, you're gonna learn everything you need to learn. You're gonna suck up all the information you can. Oh fuck. And you're gonna be on time. And I think I did it. I did it. I'm here. I'm excited. Oh fuck. Hopefully I didn't, blow something out. My arm hurts a little bit, but who knows? Anyway, this is the part of the broadcast, for those of you who don't know, this is the part of the broadcast where we talk about the personal news and what's going on in my life, in the brief hours of the day that you are unfamiliar with, that you are not watching, or that I am not live. And as far as personal news goes, there's really not much. I mean, I went to bed. I watched a bunch of No Pixel streams. Fuck, I need to get a high-res headshot. God damn it. Anyway, I just saw an email. I always want to say mod on now. It's just I don't know if it's kind of cringe or not, but I don't know if it's a cringe or not, but it's like completely stuck in my mind. Like I'm constantly like, hey, how you doing? Like some guy came up to me at the gym, and no one comes up to me at the gym, okay? Like normally no one comes up to me at the gym. This was like a nice person, and you know, he saw the Democracy Now hat that I was wearing while I was working out, and he was like, he approached me. He's like, wow, I haven't, you know, I never thought I'd see one of those hats here. Like, that's pretty cool. You know, I think he was like an Amy Goodman fan, right? And I am an Amy fan.
Hi, Chad. Hi, Ajan. Thank
You know, I'm an
for
Amy
all
stan,
you
I would even say.
love hassle.
So I replied to him. I started talking to him, kind of like in role play. You know what I mean? Because the only interactions I have with strangers now is over the internet in a roleplay server. Notice how I said I replied to him, and that wasn't on purpose. I literally wasn't even thinking that I'm going to do that as a joke. Roleplay has turned into IRL roleplay for me.
1 year has comfy.
And halfway through the conversation, I realized, oh my God, I'm like low-key talking in an Italian accent to this guy.
Bobby,
He's like, oh, that's kind of cool that, you know, you have a Democracy Now hat. Like, you know, there was another guy here that was wearing a Trump shirt, and that's kind of weird because we're in California, right? So he's like, that's kind of weird that the guy was like wearing a not my president. You know, maybe he was one of those like punk rock. He's all tatted up. Maybe he was one of those punk rock conservatives. And I turn around and I'm like, yeah, you know, it's so fucking punk rock to love the police. Like literally, it just came out and I was like, and I realized that because every social interaction I've had as a consequence of COVID with random strangers in public has been in the on the No Pixel server, that now it's just, I don't know what the fuck happened. Like I just blurted out and it was really fucked up. Yeah. I was like, yeah, the owner of Equinox is a Trump supporter too. It just, anyway, but luckily the dude doesn't know who the fuck I am. See, I'm doing it. The dude doesn't know who the hell I am. So he probably thought, you know, there's this guy from New Jersey who is working out at the Equinox. You can't stop midway. You got to keep going. Your only option may be to never return to the gym. Yeah, probably. Yeah, now if I see him again, I have to do the Italian accent. Otherwise, he's gonna be like, you know, there's a guy that looks exactly like you who was wearing a Democracy Now hat, and
is my jam.
And he's Italian. Like he's like, you know what I mean? Have you done the Lowick survey yet? If you plan on doing it on stream, make sure you don't leak the address.
Thanks for the content.
No, I don't know what you're talking about, but probably not. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I have time to do it right now. Dude, you need to stop appropriating Italian X culture. I wonder why that guy was faking an Italian accent. Just tell him that you're preparing for a role. Oh.
26 years.
Preparing for a role to do what? Like in LA, in Los Angeles, there are people, you know, in Los Angeles, there are people that prepare for roles, right? Like there's actors and shit like that.
My GF bought your shirt.
And that's one thing.
Every time she isn't home.
But my situation is significantly more cringe than an actor who is like preparing for a fucking role. If you're Shia LaBeouf and you're method acting, that's cool. You get like, you know, you get some like fat fucking tats and stuff. That's sick. If you're me, you're a 29-year-old dildo who's role-playing on an internet roleplay server. Hey, I'm sorry. I'm actually role-playing right now as a character in Grand Theft Auto, the video game, in an online server that is basically like Second Life but with murder. And sometimes the character takes over. OOC. Hasanabi Italian face, you're canceled. Hey, you'll never believe this, but I was at the gym in LA and the guy was wearing a Democracy Now! Hat who kind of looked like you, started talking with an Italian accent. Craziest thing. Must be your doppelganger or something. Yeah, it's crazy. IRL, you're one of the LARP nerds? LMAO, one of my Zoomed patients was talking about Chile and how she and her friends say Chile because they heard some guy say it like that, and now they go through all of South America sometimes.
As mullets.
I'm basically an insult. Do you know what that is moment? Yeah, literally. You're literally LARPing as an Italian. I know. I am the racial Dolezal of being an Italian, which is exactly the same as racial Dolezal, if we're being honest. I mean, Italian, black, what's the difference? Both POC.
3 moths of Stunlocks. Can I get hey has buff chat?
Yeah, racial. Wait. Okay, that wasn't on purpose. The racial Dolezal was not on purpose. GTA banned in Illinois. Yeah, that's so stupid. Yeah, Raffaele Dallasano. Oh my god, that's such a good character name. Raffaele Dollesalo.
My favorite political Andy is
Fuck.
solidifying himself as a in-demand gaming streamer pog.
Turkey's geographically close to Italy. What's the big deal over here? Now you gotta go all the way and scream
Happy
C
7
every
months
time you
shitting
live.
on the chuds and libs.
How long were you watching Poke last night? I was watching him a lot. I watched him for a while, dude, and he's so funny. These guys, like, every time I watch someone, I'm blown away by their production. He had like scary music lined up for this, like, you know, crazy scary person that that he was interacting with outside of the there was like a ghost character that was like trying to convince him to murder someone. Anyway, you look a little pale today. You doing okay, bud? Dude, I'm doing super okay. But yeah, I mean, I went to the gym. And I worked out today, so I feel pretty fucking good. So, you know, time to get that fucked up. Time to ruin my goddamn day, you know what I mean? I love being outside, especially when it's really nice out. Like, not the flex. Boys, not the flex on all of you hoes, but Los Angeles weather is pretty fucking epic Fortnite poggers right now. You know what I mean? Actually, I'm just kidding. Full disrespect. I wanted to flex on you hoes, okay? Yeah. It's been 70 degrees the last 2 days, and it was a reminder that, like, it's kind of whack because, you know, you still get like seasonal depression even in fucking LA, which is weird. Like, it kind of defeats the purpose, you know what I mean? Like, I moved here so that there's no seasons. Like, I just want, you know, summer, right? And it still happens. So as soon as the weather turns around and it's like 70 degrees, I'm like, oh, it's so good. Like, Maron, what the fuck is going on outside? It's so good. It's so nice. Reminds me of my summers in fucking Sicily. You know? Yo, this is the funniest Haas mods. His depression is only seasonal Haas mods. Imagine trying to flex on the dude that lives in Hawaii, lol. Yeah, Hawaii's... I mean, there's a lot of rain in Hawaii, though. Right? Hawaii's sick. I've never been, but it seems fucking dope. Hawaii is SoCal weather on steroids. It's gonna be 50 this Sunday here in New England. You will see naked people here. Loves weather in video games, hates it IRL. Yeah. 42 in Boston. Today we're rolling the windows down. God, that's yikes. I mean, I know what that's like. I grew up in Ankara and Istanbul and also went to college in New Jersey. Like I've lived inside of the state of New Jersey. I know very well how fucking awful it is when the weather is like, you know, 0 degrees or whatever, and then finally it gets down to like 40 and you're like, oh, this is actually a pretty sick day. And I'm here to tell you that there is a different future possible. There's a different future out there, and that future is called living in California, Los Angeles. Now, I don't want you to do this because it's too fucking packed here, okay? We are slammed, boys, so don't come here. But, you know, find your own California, Los Angeles. I'm sure there's a place out there for you as well. Please do not come here. It sucks dick. It sucks ass. But, like, not in a cool, you know, gay way where you want to do that. But in, like, a I'm using that as, like, a negative way, okay? Don't get excited. Don't be like, oh, dick sucking. I'm totally on board. I mean it in, like, a bad way, okay? I need to clarify it. I hear Oklahoma is really good. I hear Oklahoma has incredible weather all year round. The tornadoes are fake. They're not real. People just say that so that no one goes there because deregulate housing regulations and build more housing in Cali. It could be better. No, when I say we're full, I don't mean about the housing. You can always have more housing. The problem is our infrastructure is dog shit, dude. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about the housing part. I mean, we have enough houses to house the homeless people right now that we're not doing it because we're pieces of shit. But no, it's the fucking traffic, dude. It's the infrastructure. Like, roads are... Dude, one of the greatest things about COVID, aside from the 500,000... despite the fact that 500,000 people died, one of the greatest things about COVID was the fact that, you know, you could live from home, work from home, shit like that. And also, there was no fucking traffic. Set aside. And LA's COVID numbers are still some of the worst in the fucking world, but you wouldn't notice that if you were driving around in traffic. Every morning when I'm going to the gym, there's hella traffic because they're doing like road repairs and shit. So when I say don't come here, we're full, I don't mean that in a housing way, even though the housing prices are fucking dog shit and it's terrible. I mean that in a the infrastructure cannot handle people.
Wait.
I bought a ship and just received it yesterday because of you. Thanks for giving me the impetus to replay. You mean a Switch, Breath of the Wild, and relive my childhood through Animal Crossing? COVID is a myth. Hassan, remember the election is over. Yeah, it's not a myth. Anyway, that's all for personal news. Instead of going on a fucking rant about like Toyota Siennas, I'm just gonna tweet out that I'm live to all the Normans because we got some fun stuff today. We're gonna talk about the new description for cages that just dropped. We're gonna talk about in the Karachi, Pakistan, skateboard rollerbladers. And you know, really, and a bunch of other really dumb shit. Jordan compiled a bunch of different words for immigrant detention facilities. Okay, got it. We are going to be doing the John Oliver reacts today as well, boys. We are going to be doing that as well, so get fucking excited.
Come to Virginia, chat with
Quick random question: what's your favorite animal? Oh God, probably a dog. I know it's so fucking lame. I mean, if we're talking like exotics only, probably a Bengal tiger.
Less than 3.
But if we're talking like all animals across the board, dog. No, I think tigers are so incredible. They're awesome, dude. They're so beautiful. They have like cool ass fucking colors. Like you've never seen a tiger where you're like, that's kind of underwhelming. You know what I mean? Every fucking tiger is an experience. Like there's not a you never see a tiger and you're like, well, it's kind of a lame tiger, dude.
Hi, I love you, Hassan. At Hasanabi,
Seeing them at the zoo is fucking crazy. They're so awesome. Yes, but it's not just about looks. I mean, they're great animals overall. I think they're sick. You should have said dolphin, you 12-year-old girl. What am I, a fucking Posadist?
Hi.
No. Dolphins are weird. Could you have given a more basic answer? Sorry, I should have been try hard and been like Mongolian river bat. I just made that up. That's not, I don't even know if it's a real animal or not, but you know, there you go. Are you happy? Oh my god, it's so sick. Mongolian river bat. Why did I say Mongolian? We are also going to be talking about trying to be less white.
Hassle, hassle, hassle.
I forgot to mention that because I know that's a big deal. And also, the clip that I assume was taken out of context of Matt Taibbi talking about QAnon
Hassle.
and making comparisons between QAnon and Russiagate. Something I've talked about as well, by the way. Something a comparison I've made numerous times in jest with qualifications. But he went, you know how I make jokes about QAnon, BlueAnon, that sort of thing? Like, he flipped it and he said it unironically. It's incredible. What a sight to behold. We're going to take a look at that. But let's get started. First and foremost, daycare is... What the fuck? I can't... Daycare is open. Get in now. We're talking QAnon, BlueAnon. What else was I going to say? I totally forgot.
Arrived right on time.
Have you seen the Gina Carano Shabibo interview? No. And some solid reacts as well. Everyone's eating today. www.twitch.tv/Hasanabi. I gave the politics kitties, the politics frogs, like 3 hours worth of content yesterday. I think they're fine. People acting like it's not an obvious step down in her career. Yeah, I mean, yes. Becoming a famous conservative actor is pretty much a death sentence. Did you react to the Fort Connor drama yet? It's pretty delicate. It's not fucking delicate. It's pretty black and white. And also, yes, I did when it first came out. Funny story, I took part in a QAnon protest by mistake in London. I was just watching them and there was a woman screaming at people that were drinking coffee outside. She really thought she did something.
Hassle, thanks for helping me stay sane these last
Fort Connor is
Hassle.
one of those stories that's like not delicate at all, actually. It's like surprisingly not delicate. Which hair products do you use other than drug? None. I wash my hair every 2 days or 3 days. And then I use minoxidil, or I guess like it's like Rogaine kind of. And I have that in my hair right now, and that's why it's like kind of weird. Oh, my hair has grown a lot My hair's gotten really, really, really long, and I need to get a haircut.
Hey.
Have you ever had strawberry orange juice? It changed my world. Strawberry lemonade is something I love. I love strawberries in stuff. I'm a huge fan of like strawberry milk.
I've watched you for a while now, but only recently
I like that more. I love strawberry milk. I like that more than I like chocolate milk. Is that weird?
Yo, much love from Estonia Hassel.
This LA weather is wild. Can you ask Anne if I put my sweaters away or not? No, do not put your sweaters away. My mom doesn't know what LA weather looks like. Doesn't live here normally. No, we'll look at the Gina Carano interview. Bulk on drinking a gallon of milk a day. No, do not put your sweaters away. Los Angeles weather is really, really finicky around these times. I love oat milk too. Los Angeles weather around this time is really, really finicky. It's really terrible. It's gonna get horrible in May. Like, we could even see some fucking snow in May. You know what I mean? Like, the month of May is one of the wildest experiences you will ever have in a place that is not supposed to have weather like that at all. I don't know why. It's just that month. The month of May in California, or in Los Angeles specifically, is a government conspiracy. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know if it's like fake snow that the government created or something. It's very, very strange. It's very strange in May. But, you know, it's going to be good from now till, you know, May. It might get a little bit bad, but in Turkish we have a saying. Mart kapıdan baktırır, kazma kürek yaktırır. Wait, was I saying May? I think I meant March. It was actually March, not May. Mart kapıdan baktırır, kazma kürek yaktırır. It was March. I was thinking of March. So, yeah, when I said it in Turkish, I realized, like, oh no, it's not May, it's March.
Much love.
And that means the month of March will have you looking from the door, like peeking from the door to the outside, and it will make you burn your shovels and your pickaxes. And what that means is that implies that, like, the month of March has like really fucking crazy irregular weather. It makes you assume that, you know, springtime is around, and then all of a sudden it just debates you, and then you're left unprepared, and you have to burn your shovels and your pickaxes to stay warm.
I hope you have a good day, Arjan. Thanks for the streams.
Ben niye May March anladım ve Mart kapıdan baktırır yazdım. Evet, zaten oradan başlayacaktım.
Poggers dude.
Bro, I lived in LA for over 20 years. You are exaggerating so much. Shut up, bitch. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Maybe in the month of March you just like fly out or something and you don't know.
Woods pulled from accident in LA. Yikes.
All I'm saying is, once you pass the month of March, it's great. Like, once you get over the hump of March, not May, March, you're fine. Everything will be poggers. We say March comes in like a lion and out like a lamb in Ohio. Hassan has lived in California his whole life. Chat? No, I haven't. I've lived in California for what, like 8 years or something. I don't even know what the exact amount is, but anyway, what's your favorite artsy clothing brand / shop for women, but dudes is okay too? I have no idea. What the fuck? One second. Oh, fuck.
Shit. Six months with Ajahn. Thanks for making lockdown bevel. Pog.
Sorry. This is like really.
As buff.
This is really important. What the fuck is going on? They found Hassan pictures from high school? No, bitch. I've like shown pictures from high school myself. No, someone was trying to steal money from my bank account. We did not allow a labor break to get back to work or we'll pay you less. No, yeah. Or something. I don't know what the fuck it was. Like sometimes you get that notification and it, like 90% of the time it's like you buying some random shit and someone send you the Alex Jones sex tape? There's an Alex Jones sex tape? Really?
Ajahn? Vaccine ethical dilemma. I technically
On the toilet thought, I love having a stream in the background while I unwind Fallout New Vegas style. Your stream is like an in-game radio station.
BMI with asthma. I am in good health. Sports often just eat crap. Should I get the vax or let those who society deem more deserving get it? Thanks.
Have you thought about selling your toenails in a jar? I'm on a diet and I need low-calorie food to snack on. Who said it's gonna be a low-calorie? Was it an email? No. It was not an email. No. It was from my bank. Okay, let's go. Let's get started. Sorry about that.
Hassle.
Sorry. It's hard to fucking get myself realigned.
New batch Pogu.
Yeah, let's get started with Grand Theft Auto news, I guess, maybe. I mean, I watched it yesterday. It's not like a real thing, but... Or no, we'll get to that after, actually. It's kind of funny. No, I'm going to start off with the Matt Taibbi shit. So, Matt Taibbi has a Rolling Stone...
In Italy, we say crazy March sun's out, take your umbrella.
Has a Rolling Stones like show along with
at Hasanabi.
This is a cool hat actually. I don't shit. Along with Katie Halper. Thank you, chat. Along with Katie Halper and you know, it's interesting show. They have a unique point of view. I like that. For I used to be a huge Matt Taibbi fan back when he used to have I'm a gigantic nerd, as you guys know. I used to love listening to Matt and Alex Perrine. And Alex Perrine, as you know, I've had on the show before, is one of my favorite writers in general. I used to love listening to their podcast called The Tarfu Report. And that was like a short-lived podcast. And they were very good. Like they had a really good back and forth. Alex Perrine does not agree as I've heard him talk about with a lot of the stuff that Matt says now. But they were good. They were good together. Like it was super duper fucking vocal fry. But they were good. I haven't really listened to the Rolling Stone podcast that much, but Matt has had some really interesting takes and has become more boomer in a while. In the last couple of months, and his takes have gotten really boomer like, and he hyper focuses on like cancel culture shit a little too much. I think a lot of these guys are doing it now, and it's very weird, but they focus most of their effort, it feels like, on all the cancel culture shit. So, anyway, there's a group of people who are leftists or are left adjacent that have written extensively on like corruption and even like capitalist corruption and all of that.
Hey guys.
That now have become like anti-SJW content creators. And I don't know if it's because it's lucrative or if it's because it's genuine. These are the type of dudes that could generate a tremendous amount of money regardless. Like, you saying it's lucrative is kind of stupid. Like, you could say that for someone like Michael Treacy, but you can't say that for someone like Matt Taibbi, who's written like 100 fucking books. And you can't say that with especially with someone like Glenn Greenwald, again, who is very well respected outside of the latest stuff that he's doing. I think it's genuine. Like, they are genuinely becoming like anti-SJW guys. Target was just got in a serious car. Dude, what do you want me to do, man? Do you want me to turn off the fucking stream and go save him? Why do people keep saying Tiger Woods got in a serious car crash? Like, I don't know what you want me to do. Like, I'm having a hard time putting my thoughts together. All right, we'll talk about it in a little bit. No, I can't go save him. That's metagaming.
Hassle.
Okay? I can't go and save Tiger Woods right now because chat told me so. I'll get banned. I'll get IRL banned because that's literally metagaming. Yeah, save XAQ. Anyway, what I was trying to describe, and I'm doing a fucking horrible job with, and I didn't even get to Aaron Mate, or I don't know how you say his last name, but this, you know, one of the Gray Zone boys is in the bottom here, and you know, they have some decent coverage on certain issues, and they have a lot of coverage when it comes to like international politics that I don't really agree with, and whatever.
FFS
Mate. So here's what they said. Let's just get started. Honestly, let's get started on this.
Now, you know, millions
video.
of people are without power in Texas.
Hold on.
And just remember, it was 2 years ago that Rachel Maddow went on her show and said the Russians could freeze millions of Americans to death by knocking out their power. So there's nothing under this democratic derangement syndrome that Russia cannot do. And that's why I call it Blue Anon, because if you compare it to QAnon, I mean, QAnon, you could argue on the face of it is crazier, but really there's a lot of parallels. Both of them see this like secret authority manipulating things and, manipulating the country in its own interests. In the case of Blue Anon, it's this deep conspiracy involving pedophiles and the deep state. In the case of Democrats, it's Russian and Vladimir.
You mean in the case of QAnon? You said.
Sorry, yes. In the case of QAnon, yes. Sorry, in the case of QAnon, it's the latter. In the case of Blue Anon, it's like Vladimir Putin has the power with his sophisticated troll farms.
I mean, I've made this joke before, right? Like, I've made this joke before. No, he's right. You're saying he's right, but listen, I have literally made this joke, except the difference is in the opposite way. Whereas I say, like, I've called fucking Russiagate Blue Anon or Democrats QAnon and shit like that, but he's not fucking right. Especially because there is, one, more evidence to at least, like, recognize that Russia has made efforts, just like every other fucking foreign country would, to interfere in our elections. The impact of that is questionable. Then the deep state pedophile conspiracy cabal. Okay? So, and two, the impact of the impact is like literally not something you can compare. You have on the one hand, you have millions of people who've like lost their fucking minds. I've literally made this argument in the opposite argument that he's making, talking about how, like, yeah, we have our own fucking conspiracies on the left and liberal side, and it's Blue Anon, but Blue Anon is more grounded in reality than QAnon is, and ultimately the Blue Anon is nowhere near as bad as QAnon as far as like the impact that it has, right? And the funniest thing about that is, like, people were trying to say, like, well, it's Russia-phobia. It's creating Russia-phobia. Like, some of the dumbasses in my chat were literally trying to be like, no, actually, QAnon and Blue Anon are just the same because it's creating Russia-phobia. Like, America needs a fucking, 67-year-old MSNBC watching lifelong libs to be on board with our foreign intervention in fucking Ukraine. And that's why that Russia-phobia psyop needs to exist. Like, hey, what are you, fucking stupid? Like, get the fuck out of here. No. Russia-phobia is such a weak fucking defense for Russiagate. The way worse problem with, like, likening every systemic problem that American democracy experiences to a foreign adversary like Russia has significantly worse long-term complications, because it's a deflection away from the reality, and it moves us further and further away from actually addressing the structural needs, right? But, like, Russia-phobia is not the fucking, most significant problem. And regardless, the craziest liberals are what? Like, the K-Hive and shit, okay? They're not going out and, like, trying to kidnap fucking governors, okay? They're not going out and trying to, like, go to Russia and, like, kidnap the Russian ambassador or some shit. It's psychotic. Like, absolutely psychotic to make a comparison between these two if you are making it unironically. So as someone who has joked about this exact same thing in the past, I have to clarify that I've made this joke, but in the exact opposite way that he's making it, and he's saying it as a serious statement.
And email hackers has the power to, like, elect a president and sow chaos and brainwash millions of Americans into, not voting for Hillary and protesting in the streets over whatever issue. So there are a fair amount of parallels, and it's interesting to see that it never ends. It never ends. Even after Trump is gone, it never ends.
I mean, it's funny because QAnon in its specifics is about as crazy as a thing can possibly get. I mean,
so when Aaron Mate says that, you don't expect one of the hosts of the fucking show to retaliate with an even more insane fucking take. But here is Matt Taibbi just, raising the fucking stakes
It never ends.
I mean, it's funny because QAnon in its specifics is about as crazy as a thing can possibly get. I mean, it's the explanation is so you would need like, you know, a chart this big just to be able to diagram the ostensible plot to it. But the underlying thought is that it's, you know, a sort of a coalition of Trumpists who are taking on these elitists who you know, want to take over the rest of society. So there's a core of like emotional truth animating the QAnon
insanity. Like, this is perhaps one of the most insane things he's ever said. I don't think he believes this. I think it is taken out of context, or rather that he didn't do a good enough job describing his position.
Theory, which is as stupid as possible. But the Russia thing is amazing because it doesn't really have a correlation to anything that makes any sense anywhere. It feels like, I don't know, or am I wrong?
Well, I totally agree. That's the thing. Democrats, when Trump got elected,
Yeah,
for being awesome.
Totally, dude, totally. Like, assuming that a foreign adversary of the United States, despite their like way less significant power in the global scale, would ever try to potentially interfere with American elections. That's insane, despite the fact that there is proof that they did try to do it. We can argue on the impact of it, and I am more so on the side of like the Matt Taibbis of the world in regards to the Russiagate hysteria. I've been very critical of it for a very, very, very long time. Okay?
My grandma has
But like, comparing that to a deep state pedophile cabal within the Democratic Party, and the emotional truth behind it is absolutely fucking insane. It's probably one of the dumbest things I've ever heard someone say, which is why I refuse to believe that this is in context. That's why I said it's got to be out of context. There's no way a person with a fully developed brain believes this genuinely. There's no real emotional belief that's justifiable about crystal moms and divorced dads getting duped into thinking Trump is fighting a deep state pedophile ring, because here's the thing. Because that, if you believe that, you have to believe the premise that the actions that Donald Trump has taken is actually against the liberal elites. You know what I mean? Like, something that Donald Trump did as the hidden premise behind that sentiment is that, yeah, there's an emotional truth there, because like, yeah, Trump did take on the liberal establishment. Yeah, sure, they weren't like pedophiles or whatever, but he really did take on the liberal establishment or something like that. And he fucking did not do that at all. That's the most like disappointing thing I hear from this sentiment, in the most charitable way. I am trying to look at this as charitably as possible, and even when I'm looking at it in the most charitable capacity, there has to be a premise there that believes that Trump literally took on the liberal establishment, and that is the most psychotic thing. Oh my fucking God. He did not take on the liberal establishment. How did he take on the liberal establishment? By what? Like, continuing America's wars? Okay? Droning more than fucking Obama did? And even eliminating a part of the transparency within the droning programs? Like, there is no emotional truth behind QAnon. There just isn't. Okay? Saying that, like, QAnon